pass. And now I call on Mr. O'Connor, who is requested to be called on to make a motion.
Vincent O'Connor, Precinct 1. I move to refer Article 4 to the Joint Capital Planning Committee.
I hear second. You may speak to your motion.
Article 4 began as a routine finance committee article. As you've heard from the Finance Committee chair, we've been doing this for a number of years. But Article 4 has been overtaken by events related to the Wildwood School proposal. It now seems clear from parent and guardian comments at forums regarding the school proposal and a recent Amherst Bulletin editorial comment that if we are to avoid a repeat of the early 1990s turndown of the Old Farm Road new elementary school proposal, we must find a way to provide a financially viable plan to stand alongside for a K-3 school, K-6 proposal, to stand alongside the school administration's proposal. We cannot amend this article to direct the use of these funds for the purpose of funding a study or even creating such a plan. But we can, by referring this article to the Joint Capital Planning Committee, indicate that this committee, which is the most appropriate town committee and on which two school committee members sit, with 2 select board members, 2 Jones Library trustee members, and 2 members of the Finance Committee, that they should consider working with the school department and with those who object to the Wildwood proposal of the administration to create a financially viable plan for 3 K-6 schools. That plan will involve the use of completely town money. The state will fund a reasonable part, of the Wildwood proposal, between 55 and 65%, depending on what areas the proposal goes to. And part of this is that, as you heard from the Finance Committee chair, if this money is voted into the new capital fund, it can only be withdrawn and can only be put in by 2/3 vote. We need really to direct the JCPC to consider the best use or location of these funds in light of the need for this financially viable plan for the town to fully renovate or replace Fort River School solely with town funds. This is not something that can be done on the floor of town meeting or on a week or even in the 2 weeks that the public has had a chance to consider the school administration Wildwood proposal. It needs lengthy consideration. And we need a plan based on real community planning process rather than the problematic top-down process that had generated more organized opposition than the defeated 1990s Old Farm Road School plan. I cannot emphasize enough. In 1990, when the Old Farm Road proposal was put before this town meeting, and I gave it a courtesy vote even though I knew it was going to fail with the voters, we missed an opportunity to renovate at least one of the 2 schools that have been known for a decade to be educationally dysfunctional, that is both Wildwood and Fort River. We missed that opportunity because the school committee made a bad decision. We cannot miss that opportunity again. We need 2 financially viable plans on the table. We don't want to put this money someplace where it requires a 2/3 vote to take it out. We need to refer to the Joint Capital Planning Committee and say to them, please do not create a process that will allow us to have real decision-making so that we do not repeat the early 90s disaster that left us with 2 schools in the situation they are now. Thank you very much. I'll be happy to answer questions.
I want to make